it's Morgan with the Rotoscopers here, and today I am giving you my review of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. And in this case, this is the leftovers that nobody wanted to eat. So I had heard incredible things about the first Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 follows the story of Flint, the eccentric scientist who, in the first movie, created the Flidmissifer, which was a machine that was able to turn water into food. It went crazy, and all these storms of food started happening, and it got shut down and it had to be destroyed. Well, turns out, it didn't actually get destroyed. It kind of got destroyed and it fell back to Earth, and it landed in his hometown. So his town is completely destroyed because of the storm from the first movie, so Flint and all his friends have to evacuate while Chester V, this famous scientist, this Steve Jobs godlike person, Chester V, can come and clean it up. Well, Chester V also decides, hey, Flint, you know, I actually like you, let's give you a job. So Flint is super excited because Chester V has been his hero since he was a wee, budding little scientist. And so he's super excited. This is the place that everybody wants to work. It's very like Google and Apple in the fact that it's the company everyone wants to work for, and it makes the products that everyone is dying to have. And of course, you know, their CEO has this celebrity status. So Flint starts working there and he's in awe of everything that the LiveCorp company does, but then he gets sent back to the island to help clean up the mess. Well, guess what happened? The Flidmissifer has gone crazy and started turning not only things into food, but into food animals. And this is like one of my favorite parts of the film, is just how clever these food animals are. There was a flamingo, get it? Flamingo, mango, flamingo. There's lots of other really funny ones. So that was kind of my favorite part of the movie, was as they were, you know, as everyone else was in awe of what was going on and seeing all these crazy animals, I was too. I kept trying to look at different ones and seeing if I could figure out their name before the characters did. This movie is a fabulous feast of colors. It's vibrant, it's colorful, you're always looking at different places. It makes you really happy. The problem I had with the movie personally is it just didn't do much for me. You know, Flint and his friends, obviously these characters were important in the first movie, but they aren't developed a lot in this movie, so I don't really know, like, they're funny, kind of, but I feel like I need to know a little bit more about them. They just didn't grow, in my opinion. They just sort of came, they did their thing, and that was it. The characters I actually liked the most were Chester V and Barb, and they work for LiveCorp. And to me, this is a bad sign, because when you're more interested in these, like, secondary characters than you are your main characters, that's a problem. And I especially loved Barb the Ape. She was fantastic, she was funny, and you know what? She actually had a character arc, which was really, really exciting. Another thing that I didn't like about this movie, I mean, it was very simple. They leave the island, they come back to the island, they have to discover, how are we going to contain all these food animals? Are we going to kill them? Are we not going to kill them? We have to fly in the Flidmissifer, where's that? And it's just very obvious and predictable where this is going. And one problem I also really had with it is that the villain is revealed to us literally within the first 5 seconds of the film. So there's no suspense. I don't even get to figure out for myself what's going on. So if you haven't seen the first Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, never fear. They do a great job within the first few minutes of the movie explaining exactly what happened, you know, through a series of flashbacks. And they bring you right back to basically where the first movie ended, and they go from there. I haven't seen the first movie, even though I've heard incredible, incredible things about this. I don't know one person who doesn't like that movie. It's on my list of movies to see, but I just haven't gotten around with it. You know, school, work, life. It's just really, really hard. But that's okay, because I was still able to enjoy this movie without having seen the first. That being said, I didn't really like this movie. It just wasn't for me. I mean, there were fart jokes, the plot really didn't go anywhere, it was predictable. I don't think that this movie diminishes the greatness of, from what I've heard, the first one, so I'm definitely going to see that. But from other people that I've talked to, they did like this movie, animation fans. Some people said it was way better than the first one. These were people who were big fans of the first one. And then on the other end of the spectrum, people said, no, I mean, this just didn't quite cut it. The first one's a lot better. So I will still see the first one, but I just wanted to let you know, I mean, I hadn't seen it, but I still felt that I was able to follow exactly what was going on in the plot. All in all, I think kids will really enjoy this movie. It's very colorful, fun to look at. The food animals are probably my favorite part. I think they're really clever and fun. But this movie just wasn't for me. I kept looking at my watch. I was kind of just bored throughout the whole thing. I don't know what about it, but it just didn't mesh with me, and that's okay. So all in all, I give this movie 2 stars. maybe 2.5, but it is what it is. Alright guys, thanks for watching my review. What did you think of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2? Let me know in the comments below. I'm pretty sure that, some may agree with me, and I'm positive that some did not agree with me, and they actually really liked this movie. But let me know and start the discussion. Be sure to follow us at rotoscopers.com for all the news, reviews, and interviews in the animation world. Until my next review, I'm Morgan, and this is the Rotoscopers YouTube.